Welcome to Jesus Timeout. I'm Juliana Page. Every great leader is formed in God's presence. So, before we do anything else today, let's pause, be still, and spend a few moments with Jesus. Welcome back to your Jesus Timeout. I wanted to just offer a brief reflection time. If you felt like things are falling apart or even you're falling apart, I want to encourage you that you may just be in transition. Sometimes that is exactly what it feels like when you are in transition. And in God's calendar, the season of AV into Elul, E-L-U-L, is August into September. And it's often marked by transition, realignment, preparation, and turning. But transition is not always geographical, like you might think. Sometimes nothing around you has changed in the natural per se yet, but everything within you is shifting. And that is undeniable. So I just want to give you 5 thoughts about transition that may help you discern what God is doing. So take a deep breath right now. Just go ahead, if you're able to, close your eyes. Breathe in deeply. Just center in. Just find your natural breath today. Maybe put a hand on your heart. Feel the warmth of your hand on your heart. Feel your heart beating. Remind yourself that you're not doing that. God is truly holding and maintaining everything about you, your life, and all your affairs. It is well with your soul. God is carrying in his heart every detail of your life. He knows what he's doing. You can trust him. Offer up thanks. Offer up praise. Release anything that you need to let go of. Just give yourself this minute to be still, to create space. Spaciousness is often what you need in order to adapt, in order to adjust, and it's available, and you can create it for yourself. And a lot of times, if you're a leader, being alone is something that you have to be good at. There's a lot of times as a leader, you're going to be more alone than with other people. So you have to get used to being in your own presence and dwelling in Christ's presence. That's where everything you have need of is. When you're ready, maybe grab a notepad or just jot down some of these thoughts. I'm going to give you again 5 thoughts about transition that may help you discern what God is doing. Number 1, transition can look like pivoting. We had a whole year last year. I think it was last year. Was it last year? 2 years ago? I don't even know. But God told me it was pivoting on purpose. We named a retreat that, and then he said, this is actually going to be your strategy for the year. You are going to learn how to pivot on purpose. And I thought, well, that should be fun. But it was basically, you're going to feel unsettled more than you're going to feel settled. But through that, I'm going to teach you how to remain settled in me in the midst of things changing and shifting around you. So a pivot means that you temporarily place more weight on one point and change your angle so you can move in a new direction, right? That means pivots can make you feel unbalanced. You may feel like something is off, but everything that feels off is not wrong. So sometimes God is changing your angle because your previous posture cannot take you where he's sending you. Number 2, transition is usually not convenient. I don't know if I can name one that has ever been convenient. And God rarely schedules transition around our comfort. Israel had to leave Egypt quickly. Abraham had to leave what was familiar. Elijah had to burn the plow. And we want transition with explanation, preparation, and convenience. But sometimes obedience says, move before you understand. And a lot of times that's what faith says. And the willing and the obedient shall eat the good of the land. So sometimes you just have to be willing. That doesn't mean you have to know the full detail. Number 3, not everyone will understand your transition. People often relate to the version of you they have already experienced. So when God begins changing you, some people will try to keep interacting with an old version of you. You don't want to become offended by this, and you don't want to waste energy trying to make everybody understand what God is doing. It's not theirs to understand. Some transitions require private obedience before they produce public evidence where it makes more sense to other people. Number 4, seasons of transition require extreme flexibility. When everything around you is moving, you need something within you that doesn't move. It's Christ, right? Christ dwells within you. And this is why transition is the time to strengthen your core values, your convictions, your prayer life, and your relationship with God. This is often a great time to get coaching too. Coaches, really great coaches, help you reevaluate, and they do help you pivot on purpose. And so that could be a great gift that you give yourself in that time too. But you need to be flexible in your methods, but immovable in your convictions. You can change the strategy without changing the standard. And number 5, transition reveals true worship from idolatry. So sometimes we think we are worshiping God, but in transition, it's revealed I just lived in this season, his methods, rhythms, relationships, structures, and manifestations that were only intended for a season. Perhaps God is moving the familiar so you can discover him beyond the familiar. Never love the manifestation of God more than the God who manifested. The greatest danger in transition is trying to preserve what God has finished. In this season, God is bringing a lot of closure, a lot of completion, a lot of finality to things, and that can be uncomfortable because things will no longer be what they were, and then you're not always sure what they will be. And so in that tension, you are. And God is really focused on your becoming in him, not becoming somebody new, but evolving into more of who he formed, shaped, and anointed you to be. There's still more that you are in Christ that you haven't been yet, that you haven't practiced yet, that you haven't even realized yet. And God is more involved and interested in your becoming than just getting you to a promise. So right now, I want to encourage you that it is safe to release. And anytime God is asking you to release something, you can properly account for that thing. Be grateful for it. Take account of all the ways that it added to your life and take those things forward and release everything that no longer fits, that no longer serves you. Just release that, knowing that the space that you create in releasing is now filled with new potential, new possibility, new expectation, new belief, new beginnings, the new things that God is talking about and that he's been preparing you for all along. So as you let go, imagine you're just turning from what is behind and you're looking straight forward with all of you invested, available for what God has in store. It's like a one-way flight to a new destination. There's no going back. And it's good. And it's good. Give yourself permission to let go of who you're not. Be grateful for who you are. And give yourself permission to fully lean into this new season, knowing that you're held like you always have been, that you're protected, that you're provided for, that you're supported, and there's good things ahead. Thanks for spending this time with me today. If this episode encouraged you, share it with someone who could use a moment with Jesus. And if you're looking for a community that will help you continue growing in your faith and leadership, I'd love to welcome you inside Courage Go. Until next time, keep making room for his presence.